What's going on, everybody? This is Sai from Forge Physio. Today we are going over the reverse hyper. So we actually have a reverse hyper machine set up. We have other videos on the account where you can go in and check out setup if you are at a space that doesn't have a reverse hyper, or maybe you're at home and you have very limited equipment. So first thing is going to be talking about if we're going to do single leg, double leg, full range of motion, partial range of motion, and then our head position. So the most aggressive version is what you saw in the intro video, where both legs are moving and my head is coming up at the top of each rep. So a lot of times we'll start people out in a modified range of motion with one leg and then progress through a bigger range of motion, getting full range of motion with one leg, then coming over and transitioning to double leg, partial range of motion, progressing to full range of motion. Once you're getting that, then add the head. So what I mean by that is if I go onto the machine here and I'm laying on my stomach and I'm holding onto the handle, I can simply start by just doing a really gentle one-legged leg lift, alternate to the other side. If that's too aggressive, we can also bend our knee, so when we go to kick, we get a little bit more hamstring and a little less back. Once I'm able to tolerate that, I try to kick through a bigger range of motion, and eventually I'm trying to get my foot up to about the same height as my hip or a little bit higher. And again, if I can get full range of motion, then I can come in and add both legs. And then once I get both legs, I can go in and I can add my head. And then just for the purposes of the video demonstration, I don't have the strap hooked around my legs. But as you can see in the intros, we want to be able to let the weight pull us into that bottom position. And we want to keep our head down because it's going to kind of round the tissues on the back half of our body that we're going to pull back up into that top position. You can do it in a real slow, controlled manner too, to where you're not using any momentum, which would mean that you would kick your legs out, up, hold that top position, and then slowly lower down, go to the bottom and stop, and then restart from a dead stop. It's entirely up to you, or that could be dictated for you in your programming notes. But the goal here is that we are moving through a full range of motion and that we're putting load into the muscles on the back half of our body and strengthening what we would consider the posterior chain.